Hey folks, welcome back into the Chicago Fire locker room. Kevin Egan here for a bit of Fire Field Vision powered by NovaCare. Delighted to be joined by head coach Frank Yallop. Frank, first 3 points of the season. Take us into the dressing room after the match. Was there a great sense of relief, or was it a case of, all right lads, let's build from that now?
Bit of both. I mean, anytime you haven't won to start your season out, and it was 3 games, we get a win in our 4th, it gets a little hairy. But I thought the performance in San Jose, especially second half, warranted more than no points. Thought we should have got at least a point out of that game. But it was just nice to get the 3 points at home. I thought we played great for 60-ish minutes, but then, we had a spell of 20 minutes. We sat back, and I think it was more we didn't want to go out and lose the game. And I think that we worked on it today. Looked at a lot of tape, game tape, and trying to let that happen again. Once we get up, we've got to keep our foot on the gas.
In Philadelphia, they've had their issues this season, as have Toronto, but they welcome back, of course, Altidore and Bradley. Give us a sense of maybe your tactical viewpoint going into this match against them, how to stop them, but also how to get at them.
Well, they got some very good players, and obviously the 3 guys you think about 3 DPs. So we know it's going to be a very difficult game. They've got some talent. They've got different ways of attacking you. I think that we've got to make sure that we can finish our chances when they come along, stifle their attack, obviously, and can we break quickly? And I think that when we do that, we look good. And I think the training's been geared on that, getting at the back four as quick as we can, rather than sort of playing a slowish possession. But again, I've liked our possession stats this season. Doesn't always equate to points, but I think we've maintained the ball and used it pretty well in all the games we've played, other than maybe the LA game. And I think that you continue to do that. Get our star players back on the field. We should start to get some good results, and hopefully it starts on Saturday.
You mentioned training. The competition for places is incredible now, in the midfield in particular. What's impressed you most about Matt Polster?
Well, Matt's a player that's, when we saw him, watched him in college, and then we obviously saw him at the Combine, but the college was the main scouting we've done on him, that he can play 2 positions, but he's very comfortable on the ball. And I think, once I saw him sort of play a lot of games in midfield in the preseason and training, and he just looks like a kid who can handle it, and he's done very well. I think his last performance was his best, but there's a lot more to come, I think, from Matt. I think he's comfortable. I think he reads the game well, very athletic, doesn't get flustered, and he's done very well for us.
All right, big game Saturday, Frank. Best of luck.
Thanks, Kevin.
Cheers.
Appreciate it.
Well, what a difference a week makes. 3 points in the bag. Frank Yallop now, all of a sudden with some selection dilemmas. David Accam, Sean Maloney returning from international duty. But one of the players that Frank Yallop mentioned was the rookie Matt Polster, and how impressed he has been so far with his composure on the ball. A couple of things I'd like to take a look at with Matt Polster moving forward. Now, if we pause it right here, a lot of rookies in this situation will look to give the nice, safe pass, whether it left or right or 10 yards forward or behind. Instead, Matt Polster assesses his options. Now, if you run it on, he drives forward, looks to the left, then goes forward again and picks out the most beautiful pass over the top to the onrushing Kennedy Igboananike. Wonderful tackle in the end, but a great scenario for the Chicago Fire to find themselves in. The next play, well, Frank Yallop went about bringing in pace on the flanks for the Fire, and Matt Polster certainly able to pick out the run of Jovan Jones on the left-hand side. Switches the play brilliantly, and all of a sudden 4 Chicago Fire players find themselves inside and in around the box. A good scenario for the Fire to be in, all because of quick recognition from a very smart player. Now, can he defend? That's the big question heading into this weekend, because he's up against the crafty Giovinco, someone who I think is one of the best, if not the best, number 10 in Major League Soccer right now. Just take a look at how quick this guy can move. Quick move around Laba. Excellent ball. Such a well-timed pass to Josie Altidore, and it's in the back of the net. Now, if Matt Polster turns the ball over in this area of the field, look at Giovinco. Look at how quick he is and can get the shot off from distance. Now, this next clip highlights the runs that Giovinco can make in behind and how crafty he can be when roaming. Just watch at the run Luke Moore had made and the pass. Dragging the defence out, Giovinco runs in behind, and if you roll it on, plenty of pace, gets a good strike off. RSL caught at sea, and that's a great save in the end. But Giovinco's movement and tracking that movement will be absolutely essential for Matt Polster this weekend. It's a big game for the rookie, and it promises to be a cracking match, folks. Toronto and the Chicago Fire are in need of 3 more points to start climbing the Eastern Conference standings. Our pre-game show on CSN Chicago kicks off at 1:30 with Danielle Slayton, Dan Kelly and myself, and the match itself starts at 2 o'clock. We look forward to it. We hope you're watching. Cheers, folks.